Say, what's happening? Hope y'all weekend was great. I just came here, very simple, make it short and sweet, right? The stresses of life will always come back to things that you want to do or things you don't want to do or things you don't want to put up with or things you choose to put up with. That's the stresses of life. It's always based off what you don't want to do or what you have to do that you don't want to do, which means it's all voluntary what you choosing to do. You understand what I'm saying? If you choose to just handle it the way you really know you should handle it, you won't be going through anything. And that's what people don't understand. You got to follow the universal flow of the way things go. Now, what I mean by this is, let me give you an example. Say, for instance, you're dealing with a person and y'all having a lot of conflict and all of this. You don't got to have that conflict. You can come to an understanding that I don't think I'm supposed to be talking to this person and go on about your business. Because one thing you're going to learn about life, especially when you're dealing with people, it's 99% of the time you're trying to fix their feelings, their situation, their reality, the way that they see things. You're not even doing what you want to do. Most of the time you find yourself defending yourself. You're grown. Most of the time you find yourself explaining yourself or defending yourself based off somebody else's assumption or assassination on your character. That's the problems of life. Most of the time we're on the defense of things. Most of the time we're reacting to situations and then they'll get stressed out about your reaction when you ain't even got to have this conversation. The only straightening that you need to get with anything and anybody is whatever I'm doing, I'm volunteering to do. It should be a pleasure to be in my space. It should be a pleasure to have a conversation with you. You should feel that way. Now, with you understanding that, now you got to be more strategic on who gets to come into your space and who's worthy of all of that. There's nothing wrong with that either. But we're going to get some straightening. Like, no, you ain't got to be stressed out about nothing. That's something you volunteering to do. Regardless of whatever you tell yourself, it's voluntary. I don't care. Well, no, we in a marriage, or no, we together, oh no, they're my friends, or this is my family, and all that. Tell your story, tell yourself, whatever. But they're still volunteer. You understand what I'm saying? Your creator don't even stress you out this much. I mean, I probably do if you're controlling. Yeah, you get stressed. But people, I'm just trying to tell you. You understand? Like, I'm all for a system, a structure, a plan of this is the tone I want to set. Now we move forward. Understanding that at the end of the day, I'm not causing any problems to anybody. That's your perception of what's happening. And it ain't my job to fix your perception. Now, it will be my job to fix your perception once I understand it ain't my job to fix your perception. After that, it's volunteer. That's what makes me the man that I am, is because I understand that I don't want to leave you with that perception, but you're not going to attack me with that perception. Because that's not my job to fix your perception, because that comes from some type of situation or emotional program that you're coming from. That ain't got nothing to do with me. So understanding that me as a man, my job is to oversee your perception with a healthy perspective and repackage it. I don't want to look at it this way. If you got almonds, if your perception is full of almonds, right? If your perception is full of almonds and you don't like almonds, you're gonna pour in the cup almonds when you come to me with. You're gonna have a cup full of almonds, even though you don't like almonds. You're gonna have a cup full of almonds. When I look at that cup, I may add ice cream, chocolate chips, all types of stuff on top of it. Now, I'm not telling you to take the almonds out, but I will at least make it taste better. That's up to you to pick your own almonds out. That's up to you to say, before I even hand him this cup, let me go ahead and pour these almonds out. So, because I know he's going to give me something better than what I'm giving. That cup that I'm giving him, he's going to fill it up with a tasteful thing, even though I don't know how to do it for myself. And then eventually he'll teach me how to make ice cream. He'll teach me that I can add whatever toppings that I want to, but I don't have to have almonds if I don't want to, especially if you're allergic to it. So imagine that you handed me a cup full of almonds and you don't like almonds and you don't know what to do with the almonds. Well, you may not know what to do with it, and you may want to hold on to the almonds. I'm not here to get rid of them. I'm just here to make them taste better. Now, whatever you choose to do with it after that, you may find yourself liking it. But then you may say, hey, next time, can I just get rid of the almonds? And then eventually I will teach you how to make your own. That's my job. And then you go be great doing that on your own, because that ain't my job to be out here fixing you. Nah, man. You understand what I'm saying? So, need you to understand, when it comes to people, things, whatever it is, you are voluntarily putting up with it. Whatever reason you telling yourself to tolerate it, you go right on ahead. But I am telling you, this is all volunteer. You understand? If you say, well, that's my job, they pay my bills. There's a lot of jobs out here. But that's my person, and we just going through this and all that. You may need to find other people or find out what's going on within you the way you even attracted these type of people. So I just did. You understand what I'm saying? Everything is about your frequency and vibration, like I said before. But everything is volunteer. So when you understand it and you have that type of attitude about things, then you get to decide who's going to get your energy from their own and who's not. Who's going to get your overstanding and who's not. Who you choose to be patient with. What do you choose to be patient with and what you choose not to. Versus you thinking that you got to react to everything and get out your body and all this. No, you don't. No, you don't. You understand what I'm saying? Your emotions ain't got to be involved in other people's perception of you. No. So when you realize that the average person is fixing somebody else's perception of them and got you stressed out too, you're dealing with other people's perception, other people's issue, and then they'll make it your thing, and then you over here struggling and stressed out about fixing their emotions. You can't do that. Now you're going to have a different level of patience, which means that you're going to have the understanding of the creator, and the creator has to pretty much lead your life to where that wisdom will filter through, and we'll get to that in another video about how to break all that down. But that's going to have to filter to you, so at the end of the day, that can be a reflection of how to calm that down because you did that within yourself. But always remember, when it comes to things like this, it's always based off what you don't want to do. You don't want to walk away from this individual, so you're choosing to put up with this. Why you stressed out like this? I don't know about what you volunteering to do. No, everybody got their own life. Don't nobody owe you nothing, and you don't owe them nothing. You owe nobody nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Can't nobody make you give you. You can't give nobody anything. Emotions don't exist out here. That's somebody's perception of themselves. Everything is neutral. So if people are looking at certain things and certain behaviors, and they decide neutrally to say, this is what you're doing to me, then that tells you how they feel about themselves, and that's how they see the world. Now, when you choose to want to try to change that, you need to pay attention to what you're changing. Like I told them earlier one day, it's like taking your clean clothes that's in a basket and pouring it on the floor and separating the socks and putting it in the sock drawer, hanging the pants up, putting the t-shirts in their drawer, putting your underwear, whatever, and your tank tops and all that in its drawer, and all this other stuff, putting everything where it's sorted out to be. That's how people do with their problems, and that's how people do with life. People pretty much take their problems of life, dump them on the floor, and begin to sort them out. And at the end of the day, they want you to be mad that they put the socks in the socks drawer, and they saying, why did you put the socks in there? You know I should. You did that. That's what it's like when you're dealing with people. They voluntarily did this, and you trying to fix something that they're choosing to do. You understand what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm just telling you. So I'm not telling you that you're supposed to walk away from stuff all the time. That's not what I'm telling you. But what I am telling you is, hey man, stress helps you get an early demise. And if it ain't even your problem and you stressed out, you a good one. Stress has an early demise. And I want to be around as long as I can. Ain't nobody stressing me out. Not just stressing. Because you ain't playing with me like that. So I just want y'all to get y'all to understand that this is all volunteer. So when you have that mindset that you're voluntarily going into these situations, voluntarily moving in this, hey, then we can go forward. Let's get some straightening first and let you understand. I ain't got to fix nothing because I didn't break none of this. But I am willing to be here with you to get an understanding. So we need to come to a compromise. We got to have this conversation. But if we just responding to someone's emotion and you just reacting, you don't solve nothing like that. You'll never get that solved. If anything, you're going to find yourself just irritable and creating layers to where you're going to start having hatred in your heart about that individual or about whatever the situation is. So always remember, this stuff is volunteer. Now, whatever you choosing to volunteer to put up with, that's on you. But I just want you to understand that. Love.